Well, I'm very reasonable. That's Fred. That's all the LDBC.
Summertime. Let 'em breathe. Too much heat. Summertime. Let 'em breathe. Let 'em breathe. Too much.
You know, I don't want a rematch with you, Dennis, because I am looking at Errol Spence.
Can Errol Spence nullify Shawn Porter's attack? Kenny Porter goes on record and explains to the schmo, that Shawn Porter will have the highest output he ever had in his whole career. So we're in for a dog fight? Is that what you're saying? Are we in for a dog fight? But iron sharpen iron, right? Dog fight, iron sharpen iron, right? Errol Spence Jr., will he be able to stand up to somebody who's going to throw 4 to 5 punches to his one punch? This is the other words of Kenny Porter, inside of Barry's gym with Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter look like he's so close to weight right now, like he's ready to fight tomorrow, but it's a little bit too far out, buddy. You may want to cut back a little bit on camp. I guess Shawn Porter really want to make weight and make sure you stay on weight. Hope you do it healthy. So the highest output in your whole career, that means you're going to go in worse than you did with Kell Brook. And you see how Kell Brook nullified you. And if Spence doesn't hold Shawn Porter, we're in for a treat, right, fellas? Right? You know what I'm saying? If Spence doesn't hold Shawn Porter, we're in for a treat. We in for Hagler Hearns, maybe. You know what I'm saying? One of those type of fights. If Shawn Porter really says he's going to throw the most punches he ever thrown, when his father told him to step on the gas against Kell Brook, what did Shawn Porter start doing? Throwing caution to the wind every time he even got a centimeter next to Kell Brook. He was throwing punching his bag, all that. Same thing with Keith Thurman. So if we see another one of those fights, and you know how Shawn Porter always comes up at the end of the short stick when it comes to big fights. He is the WBC champion, put his title, his heart, and his father's name and word on the line against Errol Spence Jr., who said his father talks too much, and he's going to give him that motherfucking man down strap season formula he's been cooking in the kitchen in the desert hot gym in Dallas, Texas. This is Famous AAA. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Subscribe. I said that. Share the video. As we proceed with the proceeds, AAA. Errol Spence Jr. told Shawn Porter's opponent, Kell Brook, that Shawn Porter beat him, so he knows he's in a real fight. This is something else Kenny Porter said about Errol Spence Jr., and I find that funny. If he did say that, that means absolutely nothing. We all know he's in a real fight, but we can't take away the fact that Shawn Porter is a guy who was the underdog in this fight. Errol Spence has the best track record as far as the two fighters as of now. As far as who's looked better in their last few fights, we already know Errol Spence Jr. has been putting in work, and Shawn Porter has been scaving by, not looking too good in his last few fights. So if he's going to be up for Errol Spence, it will be a good fight. But we're going to see if you can have the same output. If you feel like you're going to box, you're going to bang, you're going to use lateral movement, you're going to do all this. You can't really throw the most punches you ever do in your life if you feel like you're going to do every type of boxing. In order to sustain that or do that, for Shawn Porter's sake, I'm not saying as a boxer, for Shawn Porter's sake, I don't think he's that good enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? And you can have the highest output, but all them shots going to be effective or landing. Can you get past the laser jab, the straight left, the body work? Shawn Porter is very tough. I have yet to see him forward to the body. But Errol Spence, can he bust him down? Can he make the old wagon ride? You know what I'm saying? Where the ambulance come like you hear right now. They coming. We already know after the fight with Keith Thurman, he couldn't even do the interview. I wonder why. Did you have a concussion? Huh? Errol Spence Jr. possibly could do the same if you want to bang like that. That's going to be a real ugly, brutal fight if you feel like you're going to bang and throw the most output you ever threw. So if you think the rabbit punching, elbows, and headbutts is going to work on Errol Spence Jr., please try that and see what happens. I just want to see what happens. It is famous. I'm here to tell you guys. Once again, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share this. We're on the road to victory and greatness as we proceed with Errol Spence Jr. versus Shawn Porter. We got a couple weeks, about 6 weeks out, more than 6 weeks out, probably 7 weeks, 8 weeks, just under 7 weeks, something like that, out to the fight. And, you know, every time the Porter step out and feel like they want to do an interview, I'm just going to tell them, you know what, here, take the floor, and I'm going to give my opinion on it. Same thing with Earl until the fight comes out. Now, with that being said, even though that this guy is in doing interviews, Kenny Porter, it doesn't change the fact that Shawn Porter has to get in the ring for him. You know what I'm saying? Shawn Porter said his grace, he said his peace, and he feels like he got the edge over Errol Spence. And I don't know how or where he's getting his confidence from, but they got to sell a fight, and you should feel like you the best. You should feel like you the best at all costs. Nobody standing in front of you should be better than you. You better feel that way. Just bring the same energy to the ring. Make sure on fight night we have a good fight. No rehydration clause. So, you know, Earl could properly move how he wants to move after the fight. I'm just joking, man. It's just a restriction, but you know what I'm saying? It's still an even playing field. They got the fighter testing, so we ain't got to hear none of that from none of these guys. Who's going to plant the narrative after the fight if he stopped Shawn Porter or Errol Spence was on something? You know that's what we're going to hear. But Shawn Porter said he's going to have the highest output he's ever had. Well, Kenny Porter said that. Shawn Porter agreed. It feels like he has enough power for Errol Spence Jr. We will see on Fight Night, September 28th, people, at the Staples Center. Remember, everything is still a sport. So where's my sportsmanship award? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Interact with me. I'm going to talk back to you guys. Let's keep the ball rolling. And just like that, famous.
And look at your eyes, rather be blind. And look at you twice, look at your height. Easy to scoop, your first name is Ice. Time is now, time in the night. Hand on my chest, giving me life. Gripping the hair, tight as a vice. Laying you down, lay down the pipe. Start from the ground, then to reach heights.